it went, Tami!
Okay. Oh, shoot.
I should have known.
You know better.
Hit the button.
Gosh. I'm going to start just by telling a little story about, I have a really good friend who I've known since high school. She's not one of my clients. And she's suffering a lot of symptoms, a lot. Just the classic, she has skin issues. She has like breathing heart palpitations and breathing, and she keeps going to the doctors over and over, and she's like, what's wrong with me here? What's wrong with me here? And they do all these tests and they do all these things. I've been talking to her, and she finally comes to me and says, oh, and she's fainted. Okay, she's, just a lot going on. And she tells me what's going on, and here I am this whole time sharing health and wellness with people, and you guys know my biggest thing is getting your gut healthy. And I don't think it's a hard place to start, just, get your gut healthy, but I'm telling her about it, and she's like, well, I just went to the doctor and they diagnosed me with an autoimmune disease. And I'm like, oh my God, this is perfect. This is great. Because now you have something to go by. We know where to start. And she says, yeah, they're giving me a medication and I'm not gonna take it. And I don't get it. I don't get it at all. So when I started this business, I knew I wanted to help people. Like, I discovered the power of changing your habits and changing your health, and how really it can transform so many aspects of your life. And so what I didn't realize is that it would be hard to tell people what power that is to just make that choice and make that decision. So I'm telling my friend about it. She's not there yet. The power of decision, though. This woman here, I don't know if you guys can see, just simple little visual. This woman here, heavy, experienced a lot of symptoms we all know about: psoriasis, eczema, digestive issues, headaches, anxiety, depression. And she, where's her story? Sorry about that. Here she is. She was told about the Arbonne 30 Days to Healthy Living. And she's like, oh God, that sounds fabulous. What do I need to do? And somebody showed her a list of things that she would have to avoid for 30 days. A couple of you guys know that list. And she said, oh, no. I'm not gonna do that. So a whole year went by, and she suffered more symptoms, more panic attacks. She actually had endometriosis. She had a surgery for the endometriosis. After the endometriosis surgery, she actually then still had the same pain and was told, oh, it's IBS. So she's thinking a whole year of suffering more symptoms, and her friend is still walking the healthy lifestyle. And so she says, you know what, maybe I should look at it. So she says, this is it, I'm done. The power of decision. And that's really kind of my thing, the power of deciding. And so she decided, and she took that list that she refused to do before, and she did the 30 Days to Healthy Living. Now, granted, she had a lot of stuff going on, and we don't all have all that stuff going on. But she decided, and here she is. She's symptom-free of all those things I've mentioned. Now, that's a surgery later, unfortunately, but that's just one example. So what I like to talk about is when our body gets sick, it's warning signs. We have, maybe acid reflux or irritable bowel syndrome, common things that a lot of us think are normal. Oh yeah, I had one lady tell me, she just is getting ready to start her 30 days, and I was kind of reviewing, assessing her situation, And she said, oh, I've had irritable bowel syndrome since I was 14. 14. That's not normal. Your body is designed to eliminate and regenerate. And she's had it since she was 14, and she's a full adult in her probably 30s or 40s. And to her, the way she's justifying it is, oh yeah, that's okay. I'm used to that. That's a choice. To me, you have to decide: is that what you're going to have, or is there something you can do to get over it? So I just want to talk a little bit about the mechanics of the body. So when we have those symptoms, our body is basically under attack. And so it really switches on like a little switch, inflammation. Okay, everybody has inflammation, but the degree of inflammation is really how it unfolds in symptoms. And so inflammation sometimes doesn't always show in symptoms. Sometimes it's happening at the cellular level. As we age, it's the aging process that everybody talks about. And when our body does not turn off that inflammation switch, it starts to attack itself. Now, how many people have heard of that term, autoimmune disease? That is huge, and I'm terrible about statistics, but it's huge, okay? It's on the rise. If I did a scale, it's on the rise, and it's not a coincidence, because we are in a chronic state of inflammation since we were 14 with IBS. So those symptoms do show up in so many different forms. Our genetic disposition kind of directs what symptoms it's going to show up as. So for me, it was my thyroid. Most of you here know my thyroid disease that I had, and I've been able to reverse almost 100%. I'll always have that disposition, so I'm not going to get rid of it. I always have to maintain it. But it shows up differently in everybody. So what I love about Arbonne so much, is first of all, they are very passionate about helping people get healthy. And their ingredient policy is like no other. You can't find another company out there that has the ingredient policy that is that dedicated across the board. So besides our nutrition, we have so many other products that this ingredient policy adheres to. Thank you. And so what I love about it is that we've been around for 40 years, and we are very dedicated to helping people make that choice. Make that choice to add extra health into their life. And it's not about the 30 days to healthy living. It's not about eliminating the foods that are causing inflammation. That is just one tool that Arbonne has that can kind of kickstart. Like if somebody chooses something and they want to, okay, I'm ready to do it, and that's their choice. What Arbonne is really all about is just adding extra nutrition, adding extra health, and adding extra value. So, so my goal is to, I could probably do this as my 1 minute, but my goal is to just be the person that's going to give that person who needs it the difference between I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. I want to be the difference of the power of their decision. So if I can influence people, if I could be a walking poster board, that's kind of my role. That's what I love to do in this business. And any questions? Yes?
If there was one product that you would suggest for affordability for someone, what would that one product be?
Everybody here should know it. It's Digestion. Who knows it? Yes. Digestion Plus. It's our probiotic and our protein. I like those two because it's just so easy to get to eat. I mean, yeah. But yes, Digestion Plus, it's a probiotic, prebiotic, makes it more powerful. I could talk for 20 minutes about that. That would be the one. Any other questions?
One more question, Dan.
What happened to the lady?
This lady is doing amazing. She's doing amazing.
What did she do?
She did the 30 days to healthy living. She's done it for 3 months in a row, and she continues the She doesn't do the whole avoid list, but she lives about 80% of it. So, maybe she goes without bread 80% of the time, and on the weekends she indulges. And she's still thriving. She's doing amazing. We have thousands of stories, thousands of transformational stories like that. It's amazing. So, all right. Thank you.